Good morning, children. How are we doing today? We all pre-order the remake CDI controller? Like I'm going to, because did not expect to get that box ticked for my collection. Good to see that there are people out there who are still fucking. You know, that's something I'd do. That's a good maniacal use of resources. I can't get a decent fucking Dreamcast controller, but god damn it, I'll be able to finally properly play Wand of Gamelon. They're doing the shitty one too. They're not doing the fucking sensible controller that they tried to produce after the fact. They're like, yeah, let's get the one that looks kind of like a vibrator with I don't know, a UV fucking beam in it somewhere. I mean, it's ridiculous, but the physical interaction point is a grand old time. You sort of need that, you know. Fyro and Claude, Furo and Claude. Everyone knows the hierarchy goes mouse, cat, orangutan. I mean, I suppose if the orangutan's got a shotgun, that probably is. That might shuffle the deck a little bit. I'd like to think Bill Murray's maybe a little bit past worrying about that. I can understand him fretting back in the day because he wanted to do like more serious acting, but they kept casting him in like kind of goofball shit. But like, you know, like it's not like it was in like the 80s and 90s and early 2000s where you were just hard typecast, you know? Like there's a lot more like it's just accepted. Like comedians can do, like look at fucking, you know, Bill Odenkirk. Look at the shit he does. No one's like, oh, how does the funny man do the series? It's like everyone's go, okay, yeah, you can just do shit now. You know, I'd say he's well past the point in his career where he has to fucking worry. I think he can just do whatever the fuck he goddamn pleases. And again, like, yeah, earn a big pile of money off this, and then you can go do your like fucking, you know, your weirdo films all you like. I mean, that was what Philip Seymour Hoffman used to do, you know? He'd do these weird fucking films. Like, he was a fucking gas huffer and like a guy who huffs fucking petrol fumes in a movie. And then he'd do like a Mission Impossible. And that shit paid the bills. So we could go, you know, do his fucking guy who huffs fumes movie. Which is such a weird... You know, like, there's not a lot of romance about that, you know? Not even the kind of tragic romance. It's just, fuel. It's just such a weird one for me. Petrol. What the fuck you gotta huff petrol for?
Let me tell you how it was. A cat, see? Not any cat. A particular cat. But a cat not very particular about how he maintained his lifestyle. In a town, a particular town, where the people were kind of particular about the dollar bills they took. Now this particular cat, was named Claude. Claude was the best courier the funny money guys had seen in years. The reason was, no one had told him what was in the boxes. The fact that Claude didn't ask was what made him a good courier. In 6 months, Claude had carried away 96 boxes containing 4 different stacks of smudge currency.
He looks like a hip-hop dance exercise instructor.
At a flat rate fee of $1 a box.
What do I need with courier work? This is the kind of work I should be delegating.
Hey, Catface, get those flat feet off of my cab, huh?
Check a vet buster.
$1
That's what I'd say.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Claude caused that accident. That fucking combi was coming in way too hot anyway.
Can you smell that? I can smell that.
I mean, yeah. Hoffman was a great actor. It's fucking bummer he couldn't leave off the fucking heroin.
Uncle Claude, come on, where are you? Can you?
Heroin's one of those ones that
Or
just
dollar bills. Hey,
the tolerance break can be dangerous.
And that's how it all started. In a back
Like,
alley on the wrong
you know,
side of town.
I
a
think I'm
cat
gonna
called
take my
Claude and a
my
stack
classic
of
dose of
chemical
heroin.
currency borrowed from the crocodilo mob.
Well, boss, you're
When
gonna tell
you
boss,
know,
you're gonna say,
I
"Why
haven't
am
had
I
opiates in
here?
a while.
You're gonna die. You're gonna be dead. The boss ain't gonna be pleased. Still, we know who did it. We know who did it. Oh God, here we go.
You get so used to the modern shit, you know, you forget the old ones. It's like the guy who played what was his name in fucking True Blood?
It
The
was
gay
cat
dude,
that
like he
took the
just like
dough.
booze got him.
This cat.
And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's right, that can happen.
I'll Oh.
My
Hey,
brain keeps saying
I'll,
Lamar, but
I'll
it wasn't
extra
Lamar.
pussy, right? Bring you the head. You want the head,
Lafayette,
I'll get you
that's
the
it.
head. And the money, hey, cost some money. Get some posters up, offer a reward. Mondo reward, huh?
Yeah. What's a cat without a catapult?
I mean, it does.
Catapult.
It does make
Say no when he's got the
Food Fight
dough.
look like Toy Story. I mean, what was that one set? It was like, it wasn't Food Fight, but it was like set in a fucking supermarket, and it like, I can't remember. I can't remember if it didn't get released, or if it was released begrudgingly.
Smelling cat.
Hey, big face, make with a megapult. Do you have the collateral for that?
I mean, I do like the idea of going into
Now,
a gun
is that
store and just
cash or am
immediately
I a
being
schnauzer?
racist toward the gun store owner.
Yeah.
Big
nice
face.
gun.
Huh?
They're all nice guns, but this is the nicest. That little black hole spells justice. I'll take it, whatever it costs.
Nice choice, sir. Your family will thank
It
you.
is another one of
How
those
much do you
examples
think,
where,
sir?
like,
Let's see here. Break that for you.
all of
Thank
this
you.
was really
Very
hard
cool
for the era.
hands.
You know, I mean, look at that orangutan's feet. It's not like today where there's just like, you know,
There you go. There you go, bud.
some Bosnian scammer can immediately just produce like half a fucking video game using like just
Don't hit
assets
me.
they've got
Don't hit
laying
me.
around.
It was him. It was him. It was Brock the cat.
You, stop, now.
Why?
Food Fight might be the one I'm thinking of, actually.
Phony bills.
So they just like because it's a running thing. Like every one of these things, just so much is packed into like a few seconds of
Friends of yours?
footage,
They're not with me.
and there's just so much speech. Because all of this was hard to make, so they're gonna fucking pack as much into it because they really want you to see it. Because it took a lot of fucking effort. There's no like, hey, let's like, I don't know, maybe shorten this or something. Yeah, no, that's what gets relapses, is, you know, get off the fucking heroin for a while and then you take a step back and you roll, you know, fucking microwave yourself up your regular dose, and then,
But I'm getting calls from the mayor about the kind of violence you drag around with you.
you know,
and
it's
I'm
not
telling
like
you
with
now,
weed,
you
where if you
practice
take like
counterfeit thing, and
a
don't go
week-long
getting on
tolerance
people's
break,
nerves and then
and
killing
then
them,
you
'cause
have
the
like,
city services can't cope even when you're having
you know,
good
a bunch
day.
of fucking
Hey, get that cat out of here!
collected bong oil and hydro, and then
You're
you're just
boss,
high
right?
as
I gotta know some of these
shit.
things.
Shut up, you're coming with me.
What? I'm deputized? Gee, does that mean I'm a detective?
Sure, if you can find time on top of being a disgrace to your species.
I pay top dollar for these shoots.
I mean, that went way too long. It bombarded you with like too much speech. Like it didn't need to be that. It's too dense. I don't care. Like, if you overpack something, everything you put in there loses its distinction. You know, you can't. If you want someone to pay attention to a note or a story beat, it has to stand with a little bit of space either side. Normal. Oh boy. All right. So, fuck you. Fucking. All right. Well, that got off to a start. I feel like it's me. Alright. So I gotta jump. Actually, let's just... I don't want to accidentally push the delete game key that the half-wit puts into every one of these fucking things. Fire, jump. Alright, we got duck, grenade, pause inventory. Fucking look at that. That's actually sensible. Duck. Alright. I like ricochet? Did I just like fucking... Alright, I can't. I think I did ricochet myself. I don't think I... What the fuck? Is that old guy supposed to turn into like a fucking hurricane? I do feel... I do get the sense that I'm fucking going a bit quick, you know? I mean, maybe I'm not. Maybe this is how fast it's supposed to go. Alright. God damn it, I did it again. So many different fucking controllers over so many different fucking things. So many slightly different fucking arrangements. Alright. 50. That almost feels slow, but we'll. Alright, I can bomb rush constant, I can fucking... Ow, who's fucking just doing that? Are there like drive-bys occurring? I think this city has problems. Fucking fuck you. Alright, that's a landmine. I think that was a stage.
Sure, I'm ready. Let's hit it.
The Wolf on the Thorns did it again. Excellent. Of course they did. Are all these guys gonna shoot me? Because that feels a bit unfair. Alright, no, definitely running slow. Did that guy just punch me? What's happening here? Alright, that feels good. That feels quick. Alright, so it's because I'm inside, I think. It's punch. Which is fine, because, like, you know, that's just Brawler rules. I could... That's a lot of cunts, you know? Do I have... I don't really... I mean, what's jump for, really? What's that getting me? I get the feeling that this is just going to be very short. I might be wrong. Ein Überwick Tiger? Straßenkarte. Straßenkarte. It's funny money. Oh, that's great. This being a German attempt at, like, funny makes more sense. Everything's coming together. I mean, I'll leave that because it's at least interesting and it, you know, it's not a fucking text adventure. God, look at that. Where the fuck are we? Is that even Earth? Did Mayans get to space first? Joe Rogan was right. I mean, there are some Wallace and Gromit games, aren't there? Alright, I will be back in a moment because I have to pee. Piss song. Alright, let's go on our first expedition. Yeah, we don't live in a world where Joe Rogan was right. We live in the world where he's getting wronger by the minute. It's kind of fascinating to watch. Interstellar Corporation. Braun, you. A Stephen Engel-starred adventure. It's probably not how he pronounces it, but I don't care. The wind blew cold from the sea. Braun stood staring out at the horizon, knowing what he had to do. The great comet Hailstorm was due to return before following year would pass. He knew that without the sun spheres in place on Shandola, his world would be destroyed. As he grew up on Home Island, he had listened intently to the tales of the old men. He loved the musty shops where fragments of old charts that had somehow survived the years of terror could be found. Slowly he pieced together a map showing none of the islands. From the great library far back in the hills, he spent many long hours gathering every piece of information that he could about the menace and the years of terror. A star chart from an ancient crate of documents was a prize he cherished, for he realized its significance to an explorer traveling the uncharted seas of this world. They chart the stars but not the seas? What kind of strange world is this? Knots? Don knots. So, unit of measurement invented to tell you how fast you are escaping Don knots. Okay. I've got an arrow that... Alright. Everything is black. Okay, I can make a little red thing go left and right, so that's interesting. Oh. Okay, what if the controller does anything? I think it's daytime again. Oh. Controller's doing something though. Oh, I got it in the middle this time. Alright. Well, that was fun. We managed to move a little red dealie around. God only knows what that'll ever do. Long ago, a race of superior beings chose this island world as a place to settle. With their advanced technology, invasion and takeover should have been simple. Fortunately for the islanders, the sun spheres, which protected their world from a periodic comet, generated rays that eventually rendered the invaders powerless. Rays! That'd be kind of like the fucking, you know, aliens trying to invade here, but then they all get melanomas because they're just not used to the sun being this fucking close. They're like looking around like, you live like this? How the fuck do you manage this? That's insane. Alright. Goodbye, first expedition. The thing about, like, you know, I always find ways to explain this using, like, you know, martial arts, because it's an easy way to get it through a lot of these, like, people's heads. But, like, there's no value to having debate if you're not equipped to assess the information in it. It would be like a yellow belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu trying to judge a brown belt's grading. They lack the capacity. Having an imbecile assess information from people that come onto his show is like that. And it's pointless. And that's before you even get into the point that, like, debate is not a way of finding out reality. It's a rhetorical exercise. Liars win debates. We know that. That's a known thing. It's easy. It's real easy to win a debate. Doesn't mean you've said anything that's remotely true. It doesn't mean we have a better understanding of reality. God, it could be any of these. First over Germany. Flight? Wasn't that one. That's a shame. It wasn't that one either. The fart sound won't stop. Start. That's just still going. There's no way to escape it. Alf bomb. Alright. That was annoying. Again, it's like you think about, well, you're supposed to, debate the science. It's like, right, that takes place in specialized environments that you're too stupid to understand or check. You know, the whole point of any kind of scientific dispute is it's supposed to occur completely openly in scientific journals. You know, it's not like who can talk loudest, or who sounds smartest, or who can just sound the most confident. You know, you're supposed to lay out exactly what you're aiming to find, the exact process you're using to discover this, and then particularly at the end, because it's not about like winning and losing and feeling like a big smart boy, the limitations to your experimental design. What you couldn't have found out, perhaps mistakes you've made, things you could do to better improve it in the future, because it's not about winning a debate, it's about discovering reality. You know, we probably weren't missing anything here with... Oh, it's a Strategic Simulations Inc. game, of course. In October 1942, when the US first launched its daylight bombing raids against Hitler, it was the men of the 306th Bombardment Group in the lead. Now, First Order of Germany allows you to join these courageous flyers on 25 real-life combat missions over the death-filled skies of Nazi Europe. As you strap yourself into the pilot seat, you can't help but wonder, how many missions can I survive? Oh. You're gonna put me in any ship, put me with your Sarian. Like a lot of things, there could be problems within these structures, but you also have to have half a fucking brain and a meaningful critique of those structures, and not just be, you know, like I studied journalism. You know, I grew up with, you know, things like Media Watch and, you know, reflexive journalistic critique as like a foundation of, you know, my life. And there are, you know, yeah, there's lots of complaints to be made and things to be said, but duh, media lie is not one of them. You're just an idiot. You're just braying a fucking sound you heard. You can't tell me anything like which media, which one, what. Even these vast institutions are not organisms themselves. They're made up of individuals. They can be different depending on who's in charge. Ah, fuck you. Give me my samurai. Oh, piss. Copying. 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 Let's speed this up a little. Let's glitch it. Alright. Come on, Brawler. Where are we? Alright, slow down. Alright. Ding, 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 ding. Damn it. There we go. Like, I was kind of wanting to play First Samurai. Much like news, information needs to be slowed down a little. You know, first is not necessarily best. Well, there we go. Did I push fire? Ooh. Terminator qualities. Alright. Okay, I can't punch my ball. Karate! I love these old platformers where it's just like, yeah, stand on anything, who cares? Everything's a platform. Alright. Fuck you. My fist meter. Alright, so that's... I've got a sword meter that's going up. How do I open you? Alright, I might check the controls. I want to open that. I would like that. Every time, fuck it. Alright. Fire, jump, pause, okay, bonus collected. That's it. Alright. Oh, I could chuck 2 swords at once, that's pretty swish. Alright, so, Am I trying to put sword into that? I don't know if, like, how much of samuraiing involved. Fuck you. Fighting bats on, like... Oh, fuck yeah. There we go. How do I just use sword? Active what? That's a weird song choice for this, you know? Oh, that's right. It's a fucking Amiga game, so it's like hold button and then... What was that doing? Oh, you can climb. That's how I did that. Why are there xenomorphs? Fuck off. Alright, this is just that thing where they're just gonna keep respawning, isn't it? That is one... Oh, fuck you. Turn around when I say to. Get off me, fucking asshole. Oh, I'm out of knives. Okay, I actually finally ran out of knives. I didn't even know you could do that. Stop it, you little bugger. That takes a lot. Ow! Of course, like, fucking sword and up just makes me fucking... Ow! Did my sword just fucking... Did I fucking karate my sword off into the ether? Fuck you. No, hop down. One of the things that fucking cripples these goddamn Amiga games is like the... Well, you're just using an old-timey fucking joystick, so obviously you've only got one button. We're never gonna fucking have an option to fix that. So, you know, just here's one of the worst control schemes possible because we're idiots. Ubisoft! Well, I'll be fucked. Yeah, Punk being injured again. I mean, you know, on the one hand it's sad, but on the other hand, there's a cosmic comedy to it. Like, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money. I mean, like, honestly, yeah. It just goes to, like, it was like when he did UFC. And, like, his first match was really terrible. It's like, you know, he's just coming into this off of pro wrestling. It's like, you know, you're getting in a position where someone's going to legitimately punch you in the face. There's a lot to that. But then, like, he had 6 months to train. I was like, all right, he's going to go. He'll train for 6 months. He'll get better. He'll come back. And, like, you know, am I expecting some kind of fucking amazing goddamn performance? No, but I'm expecting to see something that, like, someone who appears to have, like, done some kind of training at all. And then he came back and he was, like, just as bad, if not worse. And didn't even look fitter, really. And it's like, do you not ever train? Like, honestly, do you not try to keep fit? And I get that sense looking at him, you know, looking at his comebacks. And particularly, like, you know, his cardio was garbage. And it's like, yeah, you're out of it for a while, you know, all of that. But, like, you know, you're getting paid a lot. If I were getting paid that kind of money, you know, I mean, I'd be in the gym now. Like, I'd be downstairs in my little workout area, fucking... I might get a Peloton or whatever the fuck that thing is, you know, because it's my job. I feel like just deleting that because I do have the fucking, you know, Amiga version, and I feel like if you're going to play the Amiga games, it should be on an Amiga, you know. No, like, there are so many other wrestlers who are out for a while. I mean, like, alright, the WWE's somewhat or, you know, THQ, whatever the fuck it is, TKO's slightly modified wellness policy appears to be, you know, paying... Uh-huh. Is that an underwater joint? An extraordinary tale in illustrated interactive fiction. God, they really drew eyes behind the sunglasses too, like he's looking at me. It's either an underwater joint or a kazoo, or possibly both. I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. It's the thing that sort of bothers me about him, is like his whole shtick back in the day was he was kind of like the, you know, the striker. He had like that, you know, the striker, the submission guy, you know, in Ring of Honor, he had that kind of like, that early hybrid MMA approach to sort of, you know, pro wrestling. And just over the years, seeing just how much of everything about him was just staggering poser. Just... Like, you know you've got a UFC fight coming up. Exercise. I mean, look, if I were married to AJ Lee, I wouldn't be doing anything but, like, you know, bothering her as well. But then I wouldn't, like, put myself in these situations, you know? Was that fish bat? I think it was fish bat. We're gonna run bat. Alright, there we go. Huh. High-res interpreter? Okay. Swimming upside down is good fun, but difficult even for someone as highly trained as yourself. It looks like the pondweed is dangling from the gravel above your head. And the ant eggs. Wow. Upside down, they look so much like, well, exactly the same as if you were right way up, actually. Anyway, there's no need to get carried away. Sir Playfair has a message for you in his castle, if you're not mistaken, and he hates agents who are late. Huh. It's like a weird text adventure where I'm a fish, I think. Alright. Go castle. Go castle. Right side up. Oh. Fair enough. Up. Okay. This feels like Hitchhiker's Guide. You got to fit with the puzzle is figuring out what bullshit you got to do. Roll over. Go castle. Do I not get a picture of inside the castle? No. Oh, yeah, Danielson and Joe were like... Because they actually train. You know? Like... One nibble and you're hooked. Interdimensional espionage. Interdimensional because you can warp into the body of a living thing in this or any other dimension. Alright. I mean, look, you know, I'll leave that because it's got a gimmick and it has a joint fish. Penis. I don't think it takes place entirely inside a fishbowl. There are pictures of other things, but like, it's one of those text adventures that's a bit like Hitchhiker's Guide, where part of the game is trying to figure out, you know, you get dumped into a situation and you've got to nut your way through it just using text. Like, there was a part in the Hitchhiker's Guide game where you had to figure out how to perceive the world around you. That's it. I'm going to clown college. I mean, you know, I don't think there's enough shafting for Vince. I mean, I will take some solace in the fact that the man has no hobbies, no interests outside of his sense of domination over a space, and now he doesn't have that. So I gotta believe that he's miserable. You know, this was a man who could have tapped out last year with billions and probably just gotten away with everything he did. And he didn't, because he needs the power, he needs to be in charge. And so with that taken away, he's just left alone with his thoughts. And I'm sure for him that really hurts. House. How do I get up there? Go up, you motherfucker. I mean, like, fuck me, man, you know. I mean, I feel like what's his name? Johnny Ace should have fucking rapist scratched into his forehead. I mean, Vince is at that age where, like, at any point now he might just die. I mean, although he might, you know, live for another 30 years, who knows? I mean, at this point, I hope he does, because I think he's miserable. It's one ironclad law of punishment. The dead can't suffer. can remember. Using hypno-regression, I'm finally going to know what the aliens did to me. Let's just skip that. I can remember. Now I drive the school bus. Yeah, the Fisher Price are going around buying up domestic homes. Shit never ends. This should be like, you know... Oh god, don't look at me with your horrendous cross eyes. That's just scary. I'm afraid of the bus driver now. I don't want to go to school. Bus driver will get me. Alright. Am I supposed to pick up a chicken? Why is that child covered in screams? Alright. Now I can't go down there. How am I supposed to get the rural children? Now they'll be stuck with worms and, you know, homeschooling. Which, you know, is why the place is in the state it's in. It's all just worms and homeschooling. Oh, there we go. Alright, look at that. Hey, what about you, you little bastard? Are 2 children getting on? Like, because there was another child over there. Yeah, what about you? Ah, it's time for the truancy officer. Look, get back here, you little shit. Fuck, I'm just reversing everywhere now. I can go up here. Maybe it was a one-way street or some shit. Free fistfight tattoo inside! The ultimate side-scrolling martial arts action for the PC. Alright, the fact that it's a brawler and not like a one-on-one fighter actually works in this game's favor. This feels like it was made recently. Looks almost like a Mugen. I mean, they have a picture of a CD, so it can't be, you know, it can't be like, I don't know, post-2010. Fist, go! Hell yeah. I mean, you know, all he ever wanted was to not be a looked down upon degenerate carny. And now all he will ever be is a looked down upon degenerate carny. Okay. That is, look, that's too much. I need you to stop. Alright, is this doing anything? That is... whoever's idea that fucking background was should be hit with a brick. Well, that's not great. That's not a great sign when there's not even a fucking mapping for it. I wonder if that'll do anything. I've got directions, I don't think I have buttons. Alright. Okay. Okay, I found Karate Girl. I think I'm just blocking all the time. I mean, these are stolen assets. And sound effects. Too quick. That's too slow. And the 386 was just right. Okay, so I seem to be blocking. The girl over there is just going nuts. I don't know what's happening. Alright, so I've got like... Okay, I can... oh, stop it. Fucking what? I can control Ryu, but I don't appear to have... Okay... Stop that, you fucking minch. Is this a hold a button and push a direction? I don't think it is. Oh, look, fuck this. I mean, that's terrible. That is fucking awful. Huh. Engaging in sweeping action of the epic struggle between good and evil. It's the fight for your life as you join Key and his sister, Cheesebrain, in this martial arts game world pitting two fighters against... Okay, learn the power moves for Key and Tia. Play 3 distinct levels of difficulty. I kind of wish I had summoned the fucking weird... I mean, that looks like a tapeworm. It doesn't bode well that, like, all the pictures are of that, like, one fucking stage, basically. I don't know. I might leave that for a bit. See if I can figure out how to get the fucking controls working a little better. I mean, the hit detection is still hot garbage, which is a big problem for a brawler. This is a shame. My tapeworm gives me stock advice. Okie dokie. One player game. Easy. Stop it. Quit it. No. I don't. No, stop it. Is he getting points? Oh man, he's got like fucking 8. This is like that fucking Germany versus Brazil. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. I love the goalie there. Like, ah. It's such a fascinating sport, you know, like just... I can't... Like, I mean, you know, there probably are other examples, but like, is there anything as specialized in the sport as the goalie? You know? Because I know that like other sports, like baseball and stuff, have positions, but also like at some point you got to bat, and also I think you do also are able to play the game. Like I'm guessing the goalies train and learn to actually kick the ball and stuff, but it's just your job is hyper specific. It isn't like the rest of them. You're just blocking the fucker. It feels like such a brutal amount of pressure too. Just feels unfair. What happened? Well, the one point of the game where you're supposed to do the thing you just didn't manage it, which is perfectly understandable. That happens. And, also now, like, this entire town is going to try to eat you. It's only a day when it goes down on his luck investor sound financial advice is almost... Oh, God, what's the name of that? It's not brain dead. Is it brain dead? Brain damage, that's it. It's almost brain damage. Watch Brain Damage if you haven't seen it. It's I mean, it's not about financial advice, but more about addiction. But, Press space or the left mouse button. Oh, it's got mouse. Nah. Wait a minute. Is this just Minesweeper? Oh no! It's Minesweeper! I can't even remember, like, the rules of that. It's like the number is like the number of squares touching it that's like got a mine on it or something. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Oh, not even a little. Alright. Well, let's just jump into this one. I don't want to know too much about Flamestorm. I know that there are like jobs in basketball, but they're all playing the game. There's not like the point guard or whatever isn't like just, it's not like there's one guy who's like crouched up on the hoop, like every team's just allowed to have a hoop guarding midget and that's just their job and they can't otherwise play the fucking sport. I suppose there's the goalie in fucking whatever the shit, hockey, which is just basically the same principle. Flame. Did that say Bractoctian Saga? Yeah, all my sports ideas make the sport better. Way more fucking interesting. Like, and you make the hoop a bit bigger, Like, the hoop's a bit bigger. Like, quite a bit bigger. Like, maybe about the size of the bathtub, so the fucking hoop gargoyle really has to move. And you get, if you manage to dunk the gargoyle with the ball in the same movement, you get, you get double points. But he's allowed to bite. Dare I view the why not? Let's
Nothing can stop me now.
This feels like it was made by the Time Slaughter people. Hoop gargoyle. Okay, those are boats. For a second I thought this was a skate park. I'm doing cutscenes in my game and I can't draw. Is that? Oh, okay, that's fire. I just thought the water was glitching. I feel like the extra blue is not helping that carry. You know, you could just have, like, the orange. Like, I can't draw either. But again, that's why I don't put my fucking, you know, I don't put myself in positions where I'm doing art for a video. You know, if someone were to pay me a lot of money for art for a video game, I'd tell them not to. And after a long argument, if they kept insisting, I'd just be like, well, okay, they don't like having money, so I guess I'll just take it, because someone's going to. Alright, well, the shakies cannot be killed. And now, my fucking cannon city is. Meanwhile... Alright, well, I gotta put on my helmet. I mean, that's probably not gonna help against, you know... Oh, fuck yeah. Gotta fucking create a character. Oh man, baby. Hobgoblin, hell yeah. Keep. Great. What's happening? Is it night time? Attack. Leave. Oh, lordy. God damn it, I didn't want related games. You see a sobbing, moaning individual. My city, the biggest port of Bratok, the strongest city, destroyed by these beasts. All that I've worked for. Our great city. Well, that can fuck right off. Flupsy! Ah, god damn it, it's Flappy Bird. You know what, fuck you. I'm not falling for this. Why are you fucking in this part? Like... Flupsy! Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah! God, I hope those are cutscenes and not stills. Brother was a class. That's great. Gives you access to the mysterious N-word. Come on. I mean, it'll still be funny if it's stills, but like any idiot can do stills. I think the fact that it's like several discs. Oh, look out. Just once I'd love to catch someone who's a noted actor now in one of these. And I mean, not one that was hired specifically to try to, like, spruce the place up. I mean, like, early in their career. That's not a good title. You know? Traffic is a hard one to get. Flash Traffic just doesn't sound any, like, interesting. Like, there'll be some fucking deal to it or something, you know, fine, but like, you know. This is early too, because this is not great FMV. Jesus, save states. Reload state. Emerges 3 days later. Yeah, like City of like that's a great title for you. You can just call anything City of Angels. If you're gonna have like a very LA-based story that's like kind of a, you know, or something like a pretty gritty detective-y quality to it, can't argue City of Angels. Okay. The police pointing. Is that woman involved? Because I swear. It'll turn out it's the wrong place. Someone swatted their grandpa. The script for Darkman? I love Darkman. Granted, the fact that it was directed by Raimi helps. I mean, Christ, that scene at the fucking fair with the goddamn stuffed animal, that burnt itself to my head when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something when that came out. Like, you know, I saw that as a new release. I'm just like, this is different. This is a different kind of movie. It's my old pal Pixel Face.
Where have you been? I've been beeping you all night.
Shit, man, I don't know.
What's wrong? Remind me to leave.
Okay.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Remind me to leave it in my desk next time.
Yeah.
Give me coffee and tell me what.
Dave.
DEA hit a methamphetamine lab downtown at midnight. They got into a serious firefight and took 2 casualties.
You dragged me out. I'm all broken. Where the FBI? You dragged me out of bed because.
No, DEA hit a lab making drugs. This place was 3 Mile Island Junior. They had isotopes, 3 kilo fusile material, Crichton switches. Best we can tell, the place was used to build a nuclear bomb.
Alright, meth dealers are building nukes. Excellent.
Here's I knew.
Air Force has got an S-team en route, hazmat sealed the building, but we got a grade 2 contamination problem. Now you know why I've been
Yeah,
wearing out
it
your
screams
beeper all
airport
night.
thriller.
Here are my files. Case file, please.
Guys like this are what Leon Kennedy was based on. Like proper 90s Leon Kennedy.
How about what about civil defense? How about FEMA? Are they going? What about civil defense?
No status. Washington has put this on a strictly need-to-know basis. There's no way to evacuate 7 million people anyway.
You're all fucked. Welcome to Doom Island.
Long week to quit smoking.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Oh, Ashley?
It really looked like he was just gonna shoulder charge her and knock her fucking papers out of her fucking hand.
How did DEA wind up hitting a terrorist weapons lab?
Believe me, they wish they hadn't. DEA lost
does
2
sound
guys
like
during
Fate
the
of
raid.
Atlantis
We got
in the
3
action.
suspects, one of which has already died of radiation poisoning.
I mean, I'd be taking a shower if I were one of those DEA guys. This has got some top quality 90s white guys.
We got 2 suspects in custody. I already ran their prints through CIA Langley.
That guy looks like a Pidgey.
This joker's downstairs in the hot room in the basement. He's big-time radioactive. Doctors think he's got about 24 hours till he meets Elvis.
Polish national, Krapinski, Stanislas, Pavel. Fingerprints forwarded.
Pavel.
No fingerprint record.
No fingerprint record.
Stanislas Pavel Krapinski, served national service, Polish army, trained in signal intelligence, dropped. Result, academic failure. Entered U.S.
Is
market.
he trained in
this year.
psycho-intelligence?
No known radical political or terrorist ties. Probably small fish.
The other one's clean. Got them separated.
Probably for the best. I wouldn't want to be in the room with the fucking radioactive
German
Polish guy.
national, Heinbachel, Walter, Karl. Fingerprints forwarded. No fingerprint record. No prior criminal record. Held by GSG-9 to be a known associate of radical political and terrorist organizations. Former asset of
You have to love a game where a good chunk of it is a dude legit muttering to himself. Like, I sort of respect that. Is that a traditional way one might hold interest and grab someone's attention? Lord, no. But because of that uniqueness,
Syria,
now it's got
intel,
mine.
Pattern of travel, Iraq, Syria, Libya, most part last year. Squeeze him, you might get somewhere.
I mean, having the enriched material is probably a big part of it, but I think after that you kind of got to put the fucker together. Do something with it.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Heinbachel. Stannis has got 24-hour time limit.
I want to take a look at their personal effects.
I mean, that's probably a good idea.
Dubinsky's a perishable item boss. I say we get down there before he expires.
Groovy. Let's.
Right this way.
Let's look at the irradiated guy. See how he's doing. Let's have a chuckle at his expense. Hey, look at you, genius. Yeah, nice shirt, loser. I bet so many of these dudes show up in gay porn.
You need to see a doctor.
You look bad. Tell me something I don't know, Stan. That might.
I'm just a patsy.
Just a pretty patsy. The all-video interactive techno thriller. Cinematic realism, filmed on location throughout LA. Ever-changing gameplay for replayability. I mean, describing this as like gameplay is bold. Explosive real effects. It's funny because like it's so weird. I mean, I suppose it had to have happened this way, but like hitting the storage solution before graphics. You know, before you could legitimately make a game that wouldn't need a CD. It's like, well, what are we going to do with this? Fucking pack it full of video. What can we put in it? Video. I mean, look at those screenshots, and then, like, look at that. Like, come on, man. Looks like a young Guy Pearce there. I mean, it is, because we never see him. Look, I mean, in any critical sense, it's just hot garbage and nonsense. But I have such a soft spot for these things because it wasn't until I think recently, like, haven't there been a few horror games basically like this? Like, there's some kind of fucking thing where you know, just choose your own adventure, but for video and horror. Like, it's one of those ones where it's a bit hard to do now without feeling like, why are we bothering? You know? Like, this was created genuinely. Doing it in any kind of self-aware or ironic way is tough. Like, you've got to do it, but then you've got to like give me some actual functional gameplay. You have to be able to do the sort of the creative jank, but improve upon the basic sort of bits and pieces. You can punch the kid. Yeah, some soundtrack would have helped. Hey, Kapinski! This was made for dads who just bought a new computer. Yeah. This is a game for, like, a guy who was in his 40s in the 90s. Computers are hard, but this isn't. You click on the guy, you know, like, I have to save LA from a nuke, you know? Here's my buddy, Pidgeotto. It looks so much like some kind of carapace. You know, like, I just don't get the point of having that kind of haircut if I can't, like, head ram something. Well, I mean, we're not getting rid of that. Oh, look, tomorrow, and we get to start. We get to start somewhere nice tomorrow. You know. Oh, not open the images folder. Fuck you. Not that. Good old flashback. Several CDs. I bet there has got to be some quasi-sex scene thing in it. Like, it won't be a sex scene, but it'll be the kind of thing that old VHS boxes will have described as steamy. It won't be, but they'll have described it as that. There'll be some woman in here. There's no. It's a fucking 90s dad game. There's going to be some kind of blonde, you know. The platinum fucking blonde with the fake tits. I never got the appeal of that. I suppose it's like just a generation of dudes raised with, like, I don't know, Barbie around or some shit. It must really be that fucking simple. Yeah, I have no interest in those 7th Guest games. Because the puzzles are just puzzles. You know, like the ones you get in those fucking brain stores with wood blocks. I hate those puzzles. They just make me angry. I don't want a video game that's just all those. It'd be more thrust and grunt. You know, a detective dealing with the intense emotional pressures that this guy's dealing with. He doesn't moan. He grunts. Alright. Where are we at? Still 308 members, so I don't have to treat you like people. The fucking, whatever that thing's called, Prince of Persia, went up yesterday. I think it's like 3.5 hours long, so, you know, that should shut you up for at least 3.5 hours. More if you space it out over a couple of days. Protestant shame. Catholic shame. Yeah, like, I feel like these games, you know, again, it's one of these things where you can do these games, you've just got to, you know, add maybe some actual inventory puzzles, you know, some real thought to it. I don't know, some light gun section-y, like things you do with the mouse, you know, just for shits and giggles. I mean, the thing about these games these days is you're not limited really for gameplay options, you know? Like, you can have these cutscenes occur with these fucking choose-your-own-adventure bits easily. I mean, shit, I could probably figure out how to do that. And then, you know, just... It's about getting the novelty of it, but having, you know, the fun parts of the last 30 years of video game progress. You know, which is what you want. There's no need to go back to... There's no need to relive the shitty parts. Because I lived through those. And they were shitty. Yeah, we haven't got a Felt Like This done. We're planning on getting that done this weekend, actually, but Amber's brain is trying to hatch. I'm fucking glad I don't have to deal with fucking migraines. I just have back pain. I haven't figured out what those are yet, or is it just like, oh, you have brain hatch. Can't do anything about that. I'm kind of curious, like, it might turn out to be like how ulcers were actually a virus. You know? That's kind of wild. Like, maybe we'll find out, I don't know. Maybe that's what happens when a moth lays eggs in there, or something. Just when you're a kid, just a moth gets in. I mean, prods have, I mean, all the religions have shame, but like, I mean, the Catholics have, it's a pillar of the faith. Just a constant, crushing misery. And a sense that nothing you ever do is good enough, that eats away at you and eventually drives you mad. And then you come running to the Lord. Like the horrifying abusive relationship that it is. I am working on getting a section, like apparently there is sort of, like I don't use Discord, so I don't really understand how to use it. And like, you know, Amber has to add, like invite me and add me specifically to things so I can like fucking talk without having to subscribe to my own fucking channel. So I'm trying to get that set up so we'll have like a subscriber Saturday section. So I can finally get that running a little more smoothly. So I don't want to do it until we've got that sorted. You know, because it'll allow me to do things like sort of change the timing on them, keep people who are actually watching them and relevant, informed, stuff like that. So, I don't know, I'll probably fucking drag the lazy tot out of bed today and manage at least fucking that. Yeah, I really want Crow Country. This is why I never used to, you know, play demos and shit, because then now I'm teased. And then I just sit here and be teased, and it's like, that's not fun. Now. I mean, is there a fucking, like, I don't know, I'm gonna double check. Where are we? Sometime in 2024. I don't fucking know. Where are we? Come on, Steam, fill me in. Help me out here. Planned release date, 2024. Great! I mean, I don't like seeing planned release date, because maybe not. Maybe something will happen. We'll just never get the game. We'll just have this fucking demo that's really fucking cool. Because the whole game's built in this way where if you can figure something out or you can like work around it, it's valid. Like the game's got all these interesting little fucking workarounds built into it. And God damn it, I want that. It's clever and interesting. Yeah, I played World of Horror, the demo originally. Like I was following the creator on my old Twitter account, which I think I got to find again. Crowshaw Country would be funny. We'll make him that weird tall thing that we fought at the end of the demo. That's my nickname for him. Weird tall thing we fought at the end of the demo. Alright, so Prince of Persia is up. Working on getting a Discord section for the subscriber thing set up, which I'll begrudgingly engage in. Number go up. Number go up. Number go up. Number go up. Watch my show, or I'll bash you fucking kids.